First at 6 tonight, more fallout tonight in the wake of that deadly JTA bus accident that happened on Saturday in Jacksonville. We've learned the supervisor of bus driver Gene Sylvie has resigned. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jeannie Blaylock.
And I'm Anthony Austin. So this is what we know at this hour. Sylvie drove over 50-year-old Jeannie Rosar. She was getting off the bus, killing her. Now, the CEO says if this driver had obeyed JTA rules, this accident could have been avoided.
And so tonight we want to hear more about that, why the driver was rehired a month after he was fired. And of course, our Ken Amaro is looking into all the details. He spoke with the JTA CEO and joins us live tonight. Ken?
That's correct, Jenny. Today, the JTA board held its monthly meeting. The board, as well as the CEO, offered condolences to the family of Jeannie Rosar, as you stated a second ago. She's a 50-year-old woman that was killed when that driver with a checkered employment pass ran over her. As you also stated, today we learned that the supervisor of that driver resigned after some tough questions about why the driver was rehired.
Why was JTA bus driver batch 2096 behind the wheel last weekend? Could the accident have been avoided?
This individual failed to follow our policies and procedures to the letter.
JTA CEO Nathaniel Ford, speaking for the first time since the bus accident, says it's been a difficult week for the JTA.
Been tough days. It's been very disheartening.
Last Saturday, JTA bus driver Gene Sylvie ran over Jeannie Rosar while she was getting off the bus.
He was like beating on the door, like, hey, my arm's in the door, my arm's in the door.
She died.
It's been challenging. Since we received a call on Saturday.
Sylvie was fired on Monday for failing to follow standard operating procedure. But his 12-year employment history paints a picture of a troubled driver. In 2008, Sylvie was written up for not wearing a seatbelt. In 2011, for being rude to a passenger. In 2013, he struck a bicyclist in a crosswalk with his bus. In 2016, he was reprimanded for arguing with a passenger. And in 2018, he was fired in December after nearly running over the foot of a supervisor. He filed a union grievance. A month later, his manager decided to rehire Sylvie after a hearing with a heavy suspension. Looking at his record, the question is why.
We had some tough discussions with that manager since Saturday when we looked at the operator's background and that record, and we asked that same question. The manager, after those tough discussions, we accepted his resignation yesterday.
Ford said he's had tough talk with the operators and more training is being planned in the near future.
Now, Ford told me that his staff is now working with JSO in this investigation. He also said that during their next contract negotiations with the unions, they will review the grievance procedure for bus drivers. He says for the 40,000 passengers who ride the bus every day, their number one priority is safety. Back to you.
All right, Ken, thank you so much. Now to that